Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Do you know what today is? It's just our imagination day. Yay! I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. So with all of that, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number 1. So I have one of these hearts from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the hanger and remove the little plaque from the front. Now, if you don't have one of these hearts, you could use any kind of heart to recreate this if you'd like. But once I had that removed, I'm going to go over the front of it with Aleene's tacky glue, and I'm just going to brush it all on. I wanted it kind of a thicker coat because I'm going to use some fabric. Now, I just recently got this at Walmart. I'm just going to lay it down and make sure there's no wrinkles in it and make sure it's all smooth. And then I just trimmed, using my scissors, just trimmed up all the excess material that was laying over the sides. I'm just going to cut it right off. Then after that, I took the piece that came off of it. I'm going to paint it with Folk Art Midnight Blue. Now, if you don't have one of these pieces, if you don't have the heart sign that had one of these pieces, I know they have some pieces like this from at Hobby Lobby, but you could also just use a blank wood square, rectangle, circle, whatever you have on file. So then I have these old window clings from Dollar Tree. If you don't have these, that's okay. You could use any window clings that you might have, or rub-on transfers, or napkins, or just make it your own. And I trimmed off all the excess vinyl that's around it because I just don't like seeing it. I think it looks more high-end when you trim it off. But I'm going to add my Mod Podge all over the front part of this little sign here. And then I'm going to add my little window cling to it. Make sure it's really on there well and adhering to that Mod Podge. And then I went over it with some more Mod Podge just to kind of help take away some of the shine of the window cling. Then I'm going to take my Titebond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue here, and I'm going to glue this right onto the front of my heart. Now, this is a very easy, pretty quick project, and I had a couple of small hearts in my stash from Hobby Lobby. I painted them with crimson, and I'm just going to use my Titebond glue again to glue those little hearts onto my sign. And I'm putting one kind of towards the top and one towards the bottom. Then I'm going to take some of this ribbon that I recently got from Dollar Tree, and these were 12 inches long, so I'm going to glue both of them end to end, just like you see. Then I have this that's been in my stash forever, but I'm pretty sure it came from Hobby Lobby, and they usually have it around Christmas time. But this one I cut a couple inches longer, and I'm going to do the same thing, glue it end to end. And then I cut a couple pieces that were a little smaller. And you'll see that in a minute. But I'm going to take all three pieces. I'm going to scrunch them together in the middle. I'm going to lay one on top of the other, putting the red ones in the middle. The red one in the middle. And then I'm going to take I'm going to take some twine here. I'm going to wrap it around the middle and tie a knot. And then I'm going to take the two smaller pieces. I think these were 6 inches. And I'm going to cut them or fold them in half. And then I'm going to just put them behind my bow here and thread that twine through it and over it, and then just tie my knot here. And that will just hold it all in place. And then I'm going to fold the corner or the tails in half and cut at an angle to dovetail the ends, and then hot glue it right in the middle of the bottom of the heart. I'm going to take my little Cricut pokey tool here, and I'm going to poke the holes where the holes were on the sign. I'm going to make the material, poke a hole through the material. There we go. Then I'm going to take some twine and I'm going to feed it through so that the ends of the twine are on the outside of the heart, on the front side of the heart. And then I'm just going to tie my knot. The other one I already had a knot. I'm going to tie a knot, and that's all I did for this one. It is super cute. I absolutely love that fabric. I have it in my kitchen actually, and I love this sign. I hope you do too. You will have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, so today is the Just Our Imagination Challenge, and I host this along with the sweet Kathy Jo from Kathy Jo DIYs on the second Monday of every month. And we always have some must-use items, and then the group gets together and picks on the one that they thought was the most creative and the nicest looking one. And this month's winner is Melissa with Craft Crumbs, and she made these three little nice pieces. She used sunglasses, a pinwheel, and eyeliner on all of them, and she did a great job. So make sure you check out her channel. Subscribe to her if you have not already. Make sure you do the same with Kathy Jo, and check out the playlist. I'll have links to all of them in the description box below. Okay, DIY number 2. So I have this birthday hat. Now, you guys, birthday hat is one of our must-use items, but I wasn't thinking this kind of birthday hat until I started doing this. I'm like, oh, I could have just stuck with this, but you'll see what I did with my other one. I'm going to remove the little happy birthday sign, and this is just plastic, so it's very flimsy. But once I got that little trim removed, I'm going to take some painter's tape, and I'm going to make some stripes all along the hat. Now, the hat is glittery, so the tape, it sticks, but you do want to make sure it is pushed all the way down before you paint. There was just one area that kind of bled a little bit, but I noticed that it does want to come off. So if you just rub your fingers across it a few times to make sure that it really sticks, and it will stay. I did not paint the top part of the hat because you're not going to see that, but I am just going to go all the way around this. And then once I was done, as you can see, I used a little bit of that tape as a spacer. And then I'm going to just paint all the open areas with my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I also took my Folk Art Midnight color and painted the rim of the hat with that color, as with the midnight color. And so once it's all painted on and dry, then I just removed all the tape, and we have a very cute looking hat. Then I just filled it with some floral foam, and I went looking through my flowers, you guys, and these were the only red flowers I had. I couldn't believe it. These are Gerber daisies that I had. I think I got them last year from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to fill up my hat with these flowers. And then I had some of these from Dollar Tree as well. I think they were lilacs. They should be purple, but I thought they were blue. So I'm just going to fill that up. I was just looking for flowers that I had in my stash that were blue, red, and white. And so after I had those in there, I recently bought these from Dollar Tree. These are little roses, and I thought for Dollar Tree, these were actually really pretty. They are almost as nice as Hobby Lobby's. So I just went ahead and grabbed some of them and added them inside of this just to fill it all up. And then I had some baby's breath. I think these came from Walmart. And I'm just going to cut off the little portions there, the little stalks that they have all glued together. And I'm just going to start filling it up so that it looks nice and full. And then I had some of these fun pieces from Hobby Lobby. I don't know what you call these, but I'm just going to add them into it as well. And that's all I did for this. This was super easy, not expensive at all. Anybody could do this. And I love how it came out. You like my little cows? Aren't they adorable? Anyways, there it is. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well in the comment box below. Oh, Jean, quit. I'm going to have to ask my husband if I have really bad breath, because I'm beginning to wonder. This dog, look at him. I love you too. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it's the makeup. I thought it was the lipstick, but I'm not wearing lipstick. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this video as well as this challenge. I know it is a fun challenge, and I get so many of you that say you love this challenge. So we always have fun with it, and I know you do too, but I hope you're enjoying it anyways. So, oh, what do I say? What do I say today, huh? What do I say? He's such a sweet boy. Well, let's see. I had my birthday. Oliver had his birthday. And today is the Just Our Imagination Challenge. What else can I say, really? You know, I mean, how much fun can you have in a week? in a week's time. But we're doing good and we are feeling good, and we are almost halfway through the month, which I'm not trying to speed up time, but I am trying to speed up May so that we can get out of tornado season. But anyways, like I said on my previous videos, I love May. It's a great month. And not only that, I hope all of you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day. I probably should have said that on my last video. Well, wish you all a happy Mother's Day. I always remember Mother's Day is always the Sunday after my birthday. So I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day and was able to spend it with people that you love. We are going to just quit chit-chatting because I'm running out of things to say today, and we have a fun playlist to get to. So before we go, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. This is my sweet, sweet Oliver. And if you're returning, you guys are the best. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video. Okay, on to DIY number 3. So I have one of these picture frames in my stash from Dollar Tree. I am going to remove the back from it, and I'm going to paint that frame with Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. I almost left it with one coat because it had the dark showing through and it made it look very vintagey, but that's not the look I was going for. So I might have to do that another time with another one of these frames. But I did paint 2 coats over it to get it to really look like red. Then I took the mat that came out of it and I traced it along the backside of some scrapbook paper that I have from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use my little paper cutter here to just cut that down. And then I'm going to take some school glue here, or a glue stick, and I'm going to go along the sides. I go down the bottom. I'm going to have to wipe that off because the paper fits exactly from the top of the opening to the very bottom open one. So it doesn't go onto the bottom, and you'll see me here. I'm going over it again, not even thinking about it until I lay my paper down, and I'm like, oh wait, I didn't need that glue. So I just used a baby wipe to wipe that off, but I'm just going to make sure that paper's nice and secured to it. Now I bought them from Essential Stencils, I think a couple of years ago. And I'm just going to cut out some of these. These are beautiful. And I'm pretty sure they still have them. I think I remember seeing that they still have these. And I'm just going to fill in those spaces right over the paper. Now, when I laid this down, the bottom laid down before I was ready for it. And I couldn't lift it up. And so I'm like, dang it, I can't center it, which was really annoying to me. But I'm just going to go ahead and rub it. I was hoping that the top part would rub off onto that frame part, but it just wouldn't stick. So I just went with it, and I'm just going to continue to rub it and pull up my transfer tape until the full image sticks. And then I added one to each of those openings. Then I'm just going to add this all back into my frame and close those clips. And that's all I did for this. Again, another super easy project. You could do these with window clings. You could do it with just about anything, but I think this is so pretty. I hope you like it as well. Let me know what you think about this one as well in the comment box. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have Linda. Look at her pretty signs. She got the Dollar Tree large signs for 25 cents when they were on clearance. Great job, Linda. I love each one of those. They are beautiful. And then we have Kim. Look at all of her lovely pieces. She's all patriotic as well. I love them all. Thank you so much for sharing them, Kim. And then we have Sharon, who has been really busy. These are a lot of her stuff that she's done lately. I just love them. They are so adorable. Those little owls and her little the snowman guy from the Christmas movie. I love it. And then look at these two. Oh my goodness. You did an amazing job, Sharon. Thank you so much for sharing these. And if you have something that you've created that you would like me to showcase, you can email pictures to rusticandlace DIY@gmail.com, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. And a big thank you to Gayla, who bought me 3 coffees for my birthday. I appreciate it more than you know. Thank you so much. And if you would like to donate some money to me, you can do it through my Buy Me a Coffee account. You can use the little QR code there, or just go and Google it. Okay, here's DIY number 4. Okay, guys, so here we are again, another Just Our Imagination challenge, and I don't think they're going to be too hard. I don't know. We'll see. But so I picked a birthday hat. I did it not just because this is my birthday month, but because I had an idea for it. Now I think I'm kind of changing my idea a little bit because I couldn't find the small birthday hats and I wanted several of them. Um, but yeah, this is a birthday hat, so we have to use a birthday hat. Uh, and then Melissa picked book pages. So I have a few book pages here. The only book I thought I had some other books that I used to tear apart. There were some nasty, well, not, I shouldn't say nasty. They were some books that my sister had that she said she didn't like them at all. They were horrible. So she gave them to me, but I can't find them. And this was the only book I had that I had bought a while ago from Dollar Tree as a book to use in crafting. But I kind of feel bad for using it. It's the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. And those are always really good books. But anyways, we have some pages here. And then Kathy Jo picked this. Now, when she said this, well, that's no big deal. I've used those before. But the only thing I can come up with is things that I've done with it before. So I've been racking my brain the last few days trying to think of what I want to do with these. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's see what I come up with. Okay, so I'm going to remove the chains off of this hanging basket, and I am going to take some drop cloth that I had. I bought a big thing years ago from Walmart, and I forget that I had it. I finally dug it out not too long ago, and I've been starting to use it, but I just cut out a big strip from it, and I'm just going to hot glue my wire basket to this drop cloth. And you see me kind of I was trying to bring it to where it go around and glued the cloth to the cloth, but I just went ahead and just continued to glue the metal onto the cloth, and I'm just going to roll it. A police car going by. That never happens. Oh, that's kind of weird. Anyways, I hope you didn't hear that, but you probably did. It was pretty loud. I'm just going to continue to glue it and roll it. And then at the end, I'm just going to glue it together here. And then after that, I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm going to glue it right around the metal pieces here. And I did cut out another strip, and I am going to, once I had that all glued, I glued that around to cover it as well. And you'll see me doing that right here. And then I cut out another small piece, and I'm going to glue that over the top. And it doesn't matter what it's going to look like because you're not going to see it. But I just needed this to be covered. And you guys, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny, but I guess it works, but it's just, yeah. Anyways, like I said, I was having a hard time figuring this out. And after I shot my intro with, well, my thing with all of the stuff that we had to use, it kind of came to me. So I'm going to take some of these stars. These came from Hobby Lobby in a little packet of stuff. They still have these there I saw the other day, but I painted them white. Then I'm going to take my plaster of Paris, and I'm going to make some. I'm going to put 2 cups of the plaster and a cup of water, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue because ChatGPT said add a little bit of glue so it doesn't crack, so I did. And I'm going to stir that all up, and then I'm going to add some of my midnight blue paint. But now, if you recreate this, which I'd be surprised if you do, but if you do, I would not add the paint. I would just paint over it because I end up doing that because it's just too light of a blue, and I didn't want to use the whole bottle. So I ended up having to go buy more paint anyways, but I would just recommend painting it once it's all dry. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just start smoothing this over because we are going to make a birthday cake, a blue, very dark blue birthday cake. Whoever thought of a dark blue birthday cake, right? Anyways, so I just spread it all on like you would frosting. You can see here it was really thickening up. You got to have to move pretty quickly with this because it dries so fast. But I'm trying to quickly get this all covered. I let it sit for probably about an hour. I went and made lunch and had lunch outside with Oliver and stuff for a while. And I didn't really like the way it looked. And I kind of had a feeling I was going to make another layer. So I did put I made a whole nother batch added another layer to it. And it filled in those gaps in between the rings of the basket to make it a little more flush looking. And then I painted, once it was all dry, I painted it with my dark blue there. Now I'm going to use my hot glue to glue some rickrack around it to kind of help make it look more like frosting. But this hot glue did not want to stick on here. I was having such a hard time. There were some areas where it glued just fine and some where it came off just like that. So I just was patient and I would just kept working with it. I did have to touch up a few areas with my paint. But after that, I was able to glue these little stars on. I think one of them kept trying to fall off and I ended up using my Tite Bond glue and that seemed to work better. So if you have more time, that might work better for you. So I'm going to take my birthday hat here. And I'm going to remove all of the tinsel stuff, and they're stapled on there. So I'm using my staple remover and trying to be really careful because I didn't want to rip the hat, but I'm just going to work that. And I'm going to also cut off the little strand that goes around the neck. And then I'm going to paint the whole thing white with Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And then I dried it, but if you dry this with your heat gun, you want to be really careful you don't melt it. And I think I started to dry it that way and then kind of let it dry. I went and did some things. But then I didn't want to paint stripes and I was done with painting in my mind. So I took some ribbon that I had and I just cut them down and I'm just going to use my hot glue to glue them all around to kind of give it some stripes. And to me, it looks more like a big top circus thing, but it came out okay, I guess. Anyways, I'm going to put some rickrack around the very bottom of it as well as on the top of it as well. Then I'm going to take this balloon weight thing that you get at Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the paper from the bottom. I've never removed one of those before, and I was really curious to what it looked like. Anyways, it was making a mess all over my desk, that little cement thing. But I'm just going to cut all the long, straight pieces off with scissors because they're just, I don't know what it is. What is that stuff called? Anyways, it's just really light. But this had wire in it. So I ended up using these cool cutters that Kathy Jo got me for Christmas that she just gave me. And I used that to cut the little stars off. I'm going to take a rubber band and I'm going to put it all around the bottom of all these the straight pieces. I made sure it was even. Put some rubber band over it. And then I'm just going to thread it through the top part. I found it was easier. I tried from the top going inward and it was easier to go inside and come out. So then I just went around with these and just started sticking them in as well. And this worked really well. I was very happy about this as well. Anyways, then I'm going to take a pick and I'm just going to poke some holes in my little cake. And I have these little stars that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put all three. There were 6 of them. I'm going to put 3 of them. I left them on the little sticks that they're on. I didn't cut them down, and I'm just going to glue them in. And then I took some skewer sticks that I had, and I cut them down, and I'm going to poke a hole with my little pick again and stick my skewers in. And I'm going to use that to hold my hat in place. And you see how I put my hat there, and then I just kind of looked and eyed where I want to put my second skewer. And then I just made my hole with my pick and then stuck that second skewer in there and then just put my hat on it that way so that it stays in place. You could also glue it if you wanted to, but I didn't want to make a mess with the hot glue. So then I took this little wood sign from Hobby Lobby, painted it white, and then I created the stencil with my Cricut, and I'm just going over it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson, just doing an up and down bouncing motion. I made sure and dried it all before I removed my vinyl because that way it doesn't pull up your paint. And then I took some more of that midnight color and just a small fine brush and went around the edge of that. And then I'm going to hot glue that to one of the stars. And then after that, I took the last 3 of these stars. I'm going to cut down 2 of those. I left a little bit of a stick and I'm going to poke those through. But the third one, I just cut off the stick and I glued it to the front. Then I'm like, okay, I am so done with this. And I didn't know what to do with my pages. So I just took the easy way out and I just traced my star on the page. I cut out 3 stars. I'm just going to paint them with my blue color there. And once they were dry, I'm just going to use my tight bond, quick and thick glue, and I'm going to brush it on the back of the paper and just glue them onto my hat. That was the only thing. I was just so done. This thing took me all freaking day. And by the time I was done, I'm like, I am just done. I don't want to think about the must use items anymore because I didn't have anything else done. And I just wanted to finish this so I could get on to the rest of the projects because I knew I had a busy weekend coming on. So anyways, there it is. You'll have to let me know what you think of my Happy Birthday USA cake, and let me know if you think you'll try creating one. And here's the rest of the items here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give me that thumbs up, comment, share this video, hype this video, all that fun stuff. And make sure you check out Melissa's channel and Kathy Joe's channel and subscribe to them if you haven't already, and check out that playlist and show them all some love. And I will be back again on Thursday, hopefully with another video. So with all of that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.